Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest sci-fi and fantasy TV news update. This one for July 19th of 2025. For my regular viewers, my apologies for being a little bit delayed in getting another one of these out to you folks. I have been targeting about every 2 weeks for these, but this has been a little bit more since the last one. I had the 4th of July holiday here in the States, so I had some time with family and all. And then we had a bunch of news all kind of happen around the same time. So I've got like 10 plus items to share today with you. So lots of good stuff as we're getting towards the end of July. Obviously, as I record this, a lot of stuff happening in August, September, and so forth for some of our genre shows. So I want to be sure to get everybody caught up on that. So jumping into our news items, the first one I want to share here for you is if you are someone who is not yet watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds, first off, do it. It's an excellent Star Trek series that I really love as someone who's watched all of them over the years. This is excellent. It's on Paramount Plus nowadays. But if you haven't watched it, maybe you don't have Paramount Plus or you're not sure if it might be a show for you. If you are in the US, I wanted to let you know that season 1 of this show is now available on YouTube. Paramount Plus put it up on their channel not too long ago. All of season 1, I believe, is up there at this point. So if you want to be able to try it out for free, this might be a great way to do it. And, see if it's a show for you, by all means. Paramount Plus is a service that does tend to run some promotions here and there for a free week or a very discounted, like a 99 cents per month for a couple of months. So if it's a service you haven't used or you're interested in, there are some options out there for some good discount codes, by all means. So if you're interested, let me know. Maybe I can point you in the direction of a couple of good newsletters that share those. But by all means, take a look at it. The latest season, as you know from some of our previous news videos, has started and it's kicking off excellent. So by all means, give it a look there and see if you get a chance to really, enjoy that quite a bit. Next up for items is the fact that we have the teaser available now and a premiere date for the Apple TV show Invasion. We're up to season 3. It's going to be premiering. It was announced in August, on August the 22nd. Not a show I'm watching or have watched. From what I've heard from some folks who do, it's a bit of a slow burn in the early part of this series. From the look of the trailers, it's picking up, so maybe it's someone I'll jump into, but I haven't watched it myself yet. But I do hear mostly good things. As I said, the thing I do hear more on the negative side, if you will, is that it's a slow burn. It takes a while to really have some things happening. But if you enjoy some character dramas, it seems like this will be a good one. Next item we have is a trailer that's out and availability for a movie, not a TV show, but a movie called In the Lost Lands. This is a movie that's now available, released on July the 11th on Hulu. A bit of from the look of it, a post-apocalyptic movie. Now, they've got some big names here in this one. We've got, as you can see from this photo here, Dave Bautista. Many of you know from other content, including Guardians of the Galaxy, and also Mila Jovovich are in this one. So I haven't seen it yet myself, but it is on my list to watch when I get some time, so thought you folks might want to be aware of it. All right, also big item that we got is the official full trailer for season 2 of Wednesday. Talked about that in a couple of previous videos here. This one is a couple of minutes long, which is good. Nice meaty one, as they say, for a trailer. And it gives us some ideas of what the plot looks to be, especially early in the season. So that's some helpful info. I'm very excited for it. It looks very good. Definitely get the feel, the atmosphere for Wednesday. So definitely take a look if you haven't yet at this trailer. Now, the first set of episodes are going to drop in early August, on August the 6th. And then we got another set coming just after Labor Day, so early September. So this was great to get. Very excited. I'd love to do a rewatch of Wednesday season 1, but I'm just not going to have the time, I don't think. So maybe I'll catch the last episode or 2 of the season, or maybe one of the recaps that some of the good recappers put out there, just to be ready and make sure I'm getting some good stuff on this one. But just a couple of weeks away at this point. Now, related to this also, I wanted to be sure to share a really fun item called the Ultimate Wednesday Season 1 Quiz, coming from the official folks, I believe, at Netflix. It's a set of about a dozen questions about Season 1. And the fun thing about this quiz is that when they show you the questions, and I think they give you 4 answers to pick from to see if you can get it right, the answer to the questions, they then show a video clip to show you what the answer was. So it's kind of a fun way in little spurts to see some content from season 1 and some of the stuff there. So this was one of those nice surprises that was really a fun one to take a look at. So it is highly recommended. And as with all of the items I cover here in the news videos, if you check out the description down below, I'll have links to all of these items. So if you want to check them out yourself, by all means, you can click on those and go right to them. And also, while you're there, if you don't mind, if you haven't already, if you could subscribe to our channel, that certainly helps with the algorithm from YouTube so that this gets shared around. And also, comment if you got some thoughts, agree, disagree, or some things maybe I missed that you want to share. Again, the community side makes these videos a lot of fun. All right, the next item we got, some good news in terms of getting more content, was for the show Murderbot. Now, this is a show that's airing, or recently, I should say, just finished airing on Apple TV. Season 1 just finished, and it was announced that we're going to be getting a season 2. This is one based on, I think, a set of novellas. Now, I haven't read them myself, so I'm not sure how close they aligned with what we got on screen, but this was a very entertaining show. Alexander Skarsgård was very good as the lead here. It's a bit odd tonality for me. I mean, this is a show that they dropped with, I think, 10 episodes or 12. I'm not sure exactly. But they did them in shorter bursts. Some of the episodes were like 23, 25 minutes long. Now, it's not a comedy, but it has comedic elements. But there is definitely a plot running through it. So I know for me, watching it, I enjoyed it week to week. But this is one you might enjoy more in a binge style if you haven't seen it yet or you want to jump on and watch it. Because the 25-minute ones for me, when I'm used to around 40 minutes or so for your average show that does episodic, at 25 minutes there was a bit of a, that where we're going to stop kind of thing. So enjoyed it, but it might have been better in either done less longer episodes or maybe if you wait and binge them a couple at a time. I don't know, might wait and see. But I did enjoy season 1, so I'm very glad to hear that we're going to be getting a season 2. Next up now, we also have the details about the show Upload. Now, this is not a show I see a lot of folks talking about. It's on Amazon Prime, and season 4 is coming very soon. That's what we got, the premiere date. And season 4 is the final season. Coming on August the 25th, and I believe they drop all episodes, and it's a short final season. I think maybe only 4 episodes. Now, this is a very funny show. This was very entertaining about the concept of a world in the future where you can have your consciousness uploaded, after you're dead. And it's set up as a bit of a comedy that kind of morphed into a little bit of a, I don't want to say drama, maybe it is drama, but it was more comedic in nature, certainly in the early season or two. Later in season 2 and season 3 got a little more plot-based, and I thought it lost a little bit of that comedic edge, but I still enjoy it. So I'm very much looking forward to season 4. But I would recommend, if you haven't seen it, you want to give it a try again, Amazon Prime, give it a shot. It's very entertaining, and I'm glad that we're going to at least get the story concluded and catch that here in a few weeks' time here at the end of August. All right, next up, item-wise, we want to talk about is Ghosts, the show that's on CBS or Paramount Plus, depending upon whether you're doing, traditional, shall we say, over-the-air TV, which not many people are watching a lot of, but it's also on Paramount Plus. And what we have for news-wise here is that we got the premiere date announced for season 5. This is a very fun comedy. It's done very well. The cast, the large ensemble is excellent. One of the few genre comedies that I'm enjoying nowadays, so I was glad. But October the 16th is when it's going to be coming back. That's when it airs, I believe, Thursdays on CBS, and then available on Paramount Plus, I believe, the next day. So good to see that's coming, come the fall here. It's funny, I was talking to a few friends who were, and I was very much mentioning how, again, showing my age, and maybe for some of you too, how we used to get excited towards this part of the year because this is when we would get what were called the upfronts from the broadcast networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, about the new shows coming in the fall. So you'd get sometimes your first taste of a trailer or photos or whatever it might be. But now with so many streaming services and so many shows airing, premiere dates all 12 months a year rather than just the fall and the winter like we used to get, the upfronts don't really mean as much or certainly don't have quite as much buzz as they used to since they're spread out too. But it was nice to get this one from the CBS folks. So we're looking forward to it. All right, next item we have for you is a very brief, but I found very enjoyable video from the folks at Disney Plus. And this is basically titled as a Disney Plus / Hulu coming in 2025 teaser. That's why I say it's just over a minute. So it's a lot of shortcuts. There's not a lot of detailed content here. And it's about many shows coming to both of those services between now and the end of December here in 2025. But there are a few genre shows in here. One of the ones I'm very much looking forward to, we haven't really talked about in these videos yet, is Percy Jackson. This is a show that's on Disney Plus that I got to admit, when I started watching it, I wasn't that excited for it. Just seemed like something to check out, thinking it might be a little too focused on the younger crowd. But this was Percy Jackson season 1 is excellent. I'd recommend it to all ages to try to watch it. Certainly has a younger focus, certainly from the cast, the age of the cast and such, but the content was very well done. So I'm looking forward to season 2. The fact that this trailer very much says coming in 2025 lets us know that, while we don't have a date yet, the premiere will be before the end of the year. So that was good to see. There's also some brief content here for the Marvel show Wonder Man. Also Alien Earth that we've talked about is an FX show, but also on Hulu. We got a little bit in here there too. So again, some nice little teases spread in the minute or so that we get. And also, if you're a fan of the comedy Only Murders in the Building, they've got a little bit in here because they got a new season of that coming here in the fall as well. Now, perhaps the biggest news, certainly since I've last recorded for this one, is for Stranger Things. We got the official teaser, not trailer, teaser, for Stranger Things 5, which is coming, as we know, beginning in late November. So there is a ton of stuff to analyze. And as you can imagine, with a show this popular here on YouTube, there are analysis videos all over the place, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30 minutes long for some of them. There are a couple of channels that I subscribe to that I certainly watch to see some insights on what people think about some of the characters. And again, being the final season, which character or characters might most likely be in danger. So I guess we'll have to wait to see. But it was great to have the teaser, but also great to see some folks who are bigger fans talking about some of the content in here. We still are going to get a trailer at some point between now and November. No idea when, but they've put out some official photos as well. I saw some of those. So it's great to have it coming. As I think I mentioned in a previous video, I am doing a full series rewatch to kind of get prepped. This is one of my all-time favorite shows, certainly. In the last 10 years, maybe my most favorite one, give or take, along with Winona Earp. So good to have this. I'm in late season 2, I think, at this point in my rewatch. Just want to be sure to be done by November. So this is great to see. Rewatch this one multiple times, and I'm sure I'll watch it even a little more. Final news item to mention is for a show, as I mentioned a little earlier, Alien Earth. This is the one coming in August the 12th. And we got a new trailer called Greener World. This one focuses a little more on some of the characters and also very much lets us know that while a lot of the content we've been getting in trailers has to do with the Alien franchise, the xenomorphs and all that, this lets us know that there are going to be other alien creatures as a part of this show. So that was interesting to see. I think I'd maybe seen that in some of the previous press releases or something, but we get a little bit of that here in this teaser. So that was good to see. And it's a show very much looking forward to seeing. All right, a couple of items to finish us out as I try to do, upcoming premieres or returns of shows to make sure you've got them on your calendar. As I just mentioned, Alien Earth is coming in August the 12th. I'll probably have another video out just before then, but just in case you want to have it marked there on FX and Hulu, if you're going to be watching it. Also, as I touched on a little earlier, Wednesday, coming back on August the 6th for the first set of episodes. They're breaking them into 2 sets for Wednesday there, with those in August and then another set in September. And on a somewhat related, shall we say, rabbit hole or related item, I do myself very much like that Netflix has started to do with some of their popular shows, this thing where they're breaking them into a couple of sets when they drop them rather than the entire season, all at once. I got to say, as someone who's very active on social media and doing podcasts and talking at conventions, it's hard to avoid the spoilers when they drop everything at once. And it also doesn't give us, shall we say, the fans, a good chance to talk about things. We always have to be concerned about spoilers. So the fact that we can get them with a little bit in between, I mean, they've done it are going to be doing it here for Wednesday. And Stranger Things, they did it for The Sandman. They've done it for some other shows recently too. So I like that kind of the nice balance between week to week for broadcast TV and the streaming model, which often is all at once. So that's a good set. I kind of like that. So looking forward to it there. Another item to mention, just catch up, folks, and no spoilers here, but as you know, in a couple of previous videos, I've mentioned The Old Guard 2, the movie that was out in July. Got a chance to watch it. Had some issues that I won't go into the true details on in case you haven't seen it, but maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But if you have seen it, want to share thoughts in the comments, I have as well. But they made some plot choices that I'm not sure I really agreed with, but I guess we'll wait to see on how well those pay off. But I did enjoy it, for any shortcomings I had there. Also, the Apple TV show Foundation is back, had a couple of episodes, and it's been excellent. So if you're a fan of, very high concept sci-fi, whether or not you've read the original materials or not, it's an excellent rendition on Apple TV. So I'm enjoying it very much there. All right, well, I think that'll wrap us up, folks. Hopefully that was helpful for you folks. Let me know in the comments, share your thoughts, things you're excited for, things I might have missed, or anything that way. I very much like the community and appreciate the folks who do take the time to drop a comment. And hopefully I'll be back on a regular course here in every 2 weeks with these news updates. So again, I hope you all appreciate it and enjoyed it, and I hope you all take care.